Oh boy, round 2, here we go. Welcome back everybody to the randomizer for Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. If you were not here last time, as people pour in, I will fill you in on what we've done thus far. We've gone through pretty much the first half of Chapter 1. And for the record of how this is being played, the randomizer works in the fact that I have Twitch chat open right now, and each time we come across a new unit, I will flip a coin by using this command, Coinflip, and if the coin comes up heads, like that, then I am not able to use whatever unit we've come across. If it lands on tails, then I am allowed to use them. So if the unit becomes unusable, that means that the only time that I'm allowed to use them is if it is early at the start of the game and there's no way to, like, keep them out of the fight. So, you know, if you have no convoy or anything like that and they have to be on the field, then there's nothing I can do about that. And the other exceptions are if they are also required for clear conditions. There's one where a character has to clear by arriving. For example, in Part 1, Laura has to do that. If she's not usable, but she still has to arrive, then I still have to make her do that condition. So that is pretty much how it goes. So you can see the units that we have come across thus far and who is and is not usable. Right now, we've pretty much only got a team of 4, and hoping to rectify that in the coming levels, because otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. Really, the only one of those characters on the unusable that I would have liked to have would have been Nolan, but, you know, we could have done worse. We could have gotten literally nobody. There are a few exceptions to characters that are going to be usable no matter the circumstance. Those are Micaiah, Alencia, and Ike. As they are core characters, they have to be in every fight that the chapter features them, and if they die, then it results in a game over. So, they will automatically be on the usable screen. For now, though, we're only going to be worrying about the Chapter 1 units, the Dawn Brigade / Dayan Army, as they continue their fight for independence. And because I like torturing myself, I decided to play this on normal mode rather than easy, because normal mode is actually hard mode due to a issue with translation between Japan and America. Because the Japanese version has no easy, normal, hard. They have normal, hard, maniacs, so there is no easy. Which is why, if you've ever tried to transfer your save data from Path of Radiance and had issues where it crashed your Wii, or Wii U, well, actually, it would only be the Wii in this case, it's probably because you have save data from easy mode, and the only way to actually import that data is making sure you have no save files on easy mode. So once again, if you are coming here for story, I suggest you look elsewhere. The story, while good, A, features a lot of stuff from Path of Radiance, and so if you haven't seen that, it's gonna kind of throw things off. And B, it will eat up a lot of time. So for the 3-star ones, I'll probably kind of mash through the text like I'm doing here. May not really pay any attention to it, won't read it out loud. But in these little base conversations, the 3-star ones are pretty much the only ones that actually matter. There's some 2-stars that are kind of important, but in this case, it is giving us a unit, Veluga. How could you call Veluga dog? He's not as friendly as a dog, and I don't know if he's housebroken, but he can fight. Well, that's good. And this last one's just some money, which I will gladly take. So first and foremost, we obviously need to find out if our little buddy here will in fact be playable. Please, please let it happen. He's not that great, but it could be worse. Okay, good. It will actually be playable. That's going to actually be quite helpful, particularly in this upcoming stage. Alright. So again, the Lagoose units kind of work a little bit strangely. Basically, the way that they perform, I don't know if it's going to show here. Yeah, there we go. There's a transform gauge at the bottom of the weapon levels here. They only fight using strike, which is basically their attacks, biting, whatever you want to call it. And so, as they are put into battle, that transform gauge will go up as they're in their demi-human form where they can't do anything other than counterattack with kicks that do almost nothing. Once it gets up to 30, they can transform into an animal, and then they start doing much better damage, which is why the stats are the way they are right here. So whenever he's in demi-human, they're 11, 2, 12, 13. Whenever he's transformed, they're 16, 3, 18, 19. You get the idea. And as they attack, turns go by, etc., then that gauge will go back down until they have to untransform again. So now we gotta figure out what to do. Trade. Almost picked give. There we go. Alright, let's see here. Is there anything useful in here? I could probably be okay without this. The Spirit Dust is an item that increases magic by 2. Both Makai and Laura have pretty good magic stats, though. Like, just naturally through leveling up, so I'm probably okay without that. The Arm Scroll will basically give you a weapon level up automatically. You just use it on a unit. The big thing I want, though, is the Wind Edge. Alright, so now that's where I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Yeah, just do that. What all do I have? I have Nihil and Beast Foe. Really, I don't need Nihil on him, and Beast Foe is not going to be an issue in this at all. So I'm probably okay without those, to be honest. There's a lot of noise going on in the background. For the record, there are 4 people in my house right now. 2 of them are supposed to be at work, and they're not, so that's nice. And then the third person is not supposed to be in the house at all, because they're done with work, but they don't live here, and they're almost 60 years old, so they definitely have a house of their own. So that's nice. Oh, do I want to buy anything else? I know I talked about forging, and I could do that again. You can't give... Well, you can give Lagoo's weapons, but they can't use them. So, he doesn't need any weapons, and his fangs don't break, thankfully. So, I've already forged him something. He's got enough throwing stuff. He'll be fine. The only thing he needs, really, is this. Laura could do with another heal staff. That might not be the worst idea in the world. I'm gonna go ahead and give her one of these as well, just on the off chance she does get hit and somehow survives. So really, it would probably be going to Edward if I did forge a weapon. And part of me is leaning towards that. Part of me's not, though, in case I want to gamble on a unit I'm going to get at the end of this stage. Because if I don't get that unit, then I can just take his swords and give them to Edward. But if I do get that unit, then, well, you get the idea. I think I'm going to go ahead and risk it, though. Thank you, coin. Would you like to use it? Yeah, I knew that card would be on there. So there's a card on here called Vines that doesn't do anything. This will be Vines. Oh, it's not Vines. Wow. Every time Vines has been an option on the set of 5 cards, I've drawn Vines. And it's not random, it's predetermined. You can reset the games as many times as you like, but it's still going to give you the same thing. So, hit plus 20. Which I don't care about hit at all, because he's a Myrmidon, and therefore can hit pretty dang well already. But that pretty much guarantees he's going to hit his target, so that's good. Because his skill and speed are almost both capped, so it's not an issue. Really, the only thing I'd like is for strength and defense to go up, so we'll see. Really, speed and skill is Myrmidon's, like, their big thing. And his HP will max out at 30 until he class changes, so that's about what you can expect from Priest. She'll be able to actually attack light magic once she class changes. He looks fine. His skill's kind of high for what I'm used to seeing. And those stats actually don't look half bad either. Speed's pretty good. Usually she doesn't do that well in speed. So yeah, not too bad all around. I think we'll be okay without using a light spell. We should be alright to just use Thani for what we need to do. So, let's go play a very obnoxious level. I'm not gonna lie, this level's kind of obnoxious on easy. Yeah, I hate to tell you this, but throwing a bunch of soldiers at a general unit, that's gonna take a while. Really, Zahark's probably in the worst situation there, because he has the weapon triangle disadvantage. So, let's do this. Alright, now that those are all gone, again, I have to take South in the level with me, so don't have any options there. I can just, like, stick him in the corner here. So normally the victories rout the enemy, which is actually kind of hard to do-ish. Now it's just defend for 6 turns, so in theory I could just kind of hang out here. And I might actually consider doing that. Somebody down here, yeah, has the Master Seal, but that has to be stolen, so that's not going to be happening. It may not be a bad idea to actually try and just chill out here. This might be a little bit of a trial and error map, because normally I've got Nolan and it's a little bit easier, but we'll see. Alright, into the corner with you. I have a feeling those guys were going to come over here. Now, I'm not sure if you fail if any of those guys die. I don't think so, but I'll check the victory conditions when it goes back to my turn. That's probably going to max skill. Sure did. That's probably going to be bad. Yeah, never mind. She's alright. And yeah, Valug's a bit of a sort of a pre-promote. Lagoos don't class change. They can go past level 20. They go up to 40. So basically 2 sets of 20. Nice. Jill's probably just gonna heal. Yeah. White armor. Only certain generals are allowed to wear it. I may very well know that soldier. Yep. He does actually know that soldier. Alright, now what to do about you two? How far can you go? Yeah, we might be alright to just run over and try to help these guys. I'm not 100% sure about what this guy down here is gonna do, so I'm just gonna, like, not give him an option to do anything. Oh, he's just gonna run that way. Alright. Also, even though it's on screen, I actually have my Twitch page up, and I'm watching that feed rather than the normal one, so I'll still be able to read chat for everybody else. It won't appear on YouTube archives, but I can still read it out loud. There's also a bunch of screaming going on in the background. I should preface that by saying we do have a 5-year-old in the house, and then I should follow that statement up by prefacing it's not him that's screaming. Yeah, I had a feeling he was probably going to do that. Oh look, more guys. Yeah, I might as well just get him out of here. The only downside to using Laguz, well, there's a couple downsides, but one of the downsides to using Laguz is that they are especially weak to fire, all the beast tribes, so wolves, cats, lions, all of those are weak to fire elementals. So you kind of have to watch out for that. How far can they walk? They can't get here, so that's good. How about you? Nope, we're good on that. Alright. No, that's not what I'm looking for. It's not guide. Unit? No. Plus? There it is. Oh! You actually do get defeated if one of the other units dies. I thought they just retreated. So yeah, if Micaiah, Soth, Valug, another unit dies if the enemy takes location, which, since Tornado doesn't move, that's impossible for that condition to even be met, because in order for them to take that position, Tornado would have to die, which would just fulfill a different condition, so kind of dumb that they did that, but what? I think I'm going to leave him there, just in case I need to send him backwards. How well does the Archangel do at staying alive? Honestly, is just kind of dependent on how they feel in terms of dodging. Sometimes they won't dodge anything, sometimes they'll never get hit. It just honestly depends. They're actually doing a halfway decent job of not getting killed, though. They kind of got down a little bit close at the start, but now that there's not as many units around them, they're doing fine. And Tornado, again, will not go anywhere. Not sure we did that. Oh, that's a lot of reinforcements. Okay. Spears. Alright, fine. That's actually a pretty good chance to dodge, all things considered. 1 in 3 of getting hit? Yeah, I didn't think that would be so lucky. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'm gonna leave Aaron to take care of these two, because he's got weapon triangle against him, so he'll be alright. I'm gonna get the guy with the throwing weapon out. Actually, no, that might not work, because that guy could come over and try to attack me. On the off chance this doesn't work. I'm not worried about this turn, but next turn, it's entirely possible that this guy up here and that one will just both attack Micaiah and try to get rid of her. Oh, went for Valug. Interesting choice, but okay. Yeah, that I knew was gonna happen. That's why I wasn't worried about Aaron. We're probably pretty close to the victory condition being met by this point. In theory, you could go and try to wipe out the boss on this, but on normal mode, I wouldn't recommend it. Even if your units are really good, you're probably going to have bad luck with those three. I'm having pretty good luck with them right now, though. They're getting skills, they're dodging. Last time I played, that did not happen. Alright, good level. Now it's just kind of a case of getting everybody up here. Oh, that was with Makai, okay. Oh, here comes the boss. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think he's even going to get here in time. Though again, that might have been the last turn, I don't know. That guy probably just killed himself. Yep, he totally did. Okay, this is turn 6. This is going to be the last turn, no matter what happens. And since we're just defending, I can just turn on to see these little things, see exactly how far the enemies can move. And then, of course, just make sure that I can't actually do anything. Yeah, so they don't join your side until after this fight's over, but they pretty much just stick around this area, so we should be alright. That'll make it a little bit harder for them to get to Jill, since she's not at full. Ow. Yeah, this would be threatening if I actually had to kill everybody, because they're basically just rushing me all at once here, but... since it's only 6 turns, that wasn't hard at all. So it's kind of a luck-based fight, and again, I actually got pretty lucky on it because it can go south thanks to them not dodging. And if they don't dodge, Jill can die in usually 2 hits, and Zahar might last 3 hits, maybe. If the weapon triangle's against him, he's definitely going to die in 2 hits, though. Yeah, no, we can just ignore those enemies. They're fine. I mean, you could have literally gone with the strategy of sticking Tornado on the defense space and everybody else inside, and... really? That would probably be enough to win the entire fight. Except for maybe the boss mage, but even then his resistance starts out pretty good. So... alright, so we'll skip all these things. Basically we get put in charge of an army. The guy with the blue hair is King Ashnard's son. Ashnard being the previous Dayan king. Yes, we already know that. So yeah, Dayan was defeated, Ashnard was killed by Ike. Well, canonically by Ike. There's a couple other people that can do damage to him. So Peleus is his son, even though he does not act like Ashnard at all. But he's the heir to the throne. So he's got Micaiah with him, because she kind of serves as the figurehead of the army rather than Peleus himself. So now we raise some standards. It's great. Meanwhile, this is the free state of Murado. It is no longer free. Assembling is forbidden. All violators will be punished immediately. Assembling? We were just talking around the well. Silence! No excuses! Stab. Yep. That was a thing that happened. Benyan's army is kind of a dick. Which is weird because they were allied with Crimea in the first game, and they were pretty nice, but that'll get explained a little bit more later. For now, outside the village, these guys gave us a little bit of money. And this guy who was traveling with us, because he got kidnapped back in the prison arc, gives us renewal. So now, informally, doesn't officially happen, but we do have 3 new characters to choose through the almighty coin to see if they will actually give us anything. Tornado is a Hark and Jill, so we'll go ahead and start with Tornado and see what happens. I should probably just copy this full thing, and so I can just hit Control-V. It'll be a little bit easier that way. Tornado will not be joining us, which is okay, because his stats are, they look good, but again, he's a pre-promote. He's a Lance General, rather than a Knight, which is, what Meg is. Meg starts out as, Armor Sword is what they're called now, but basically, the default Knight. She's the only one, I think, in the game that's not a pre-promote, strangely enough, but yeah. So Jill, the Draco Knights. I was really hoping that was going to land on Tails for her. She starts out kind of weak, but once she gets into her second class, she can really start tearing the game up. She's a very good pick to have. The Dragon Riders in this game are completely and utterly broken. Most of the flying units in Fire Emblem have a weakness to arrows, like bows and arrows, and the Draco Knights typically have that weakness as well. For whatever reason, in Radiant Dawn, they took that weakness out. Now the only thing that works to is Thunder Magic, which doesn't have very good accuracy anyway. So they immediately become just utter powerhouses as a result. And lastly, of course, is Hark, the guy I was talking about earlier, whether I wanted to forge a weapon or not. Chose wisely, because we don't get him either. Awesome. Alright, let me update the thing then. I will probably spell his name wrong, even though it's on screen in front of me. I almost did spell it wrong. Good job, me. Alright, there we go. We are running out of spaces on the unusable side, and that's not good. For multiple reasons. Alright. Convoy, convoy, convoy. The upside to that is now Aaron has a nice new shiny weapon once he gets to weapon level A, which is the Silver Lance that is very strong. Yeah, it is stronger than the Forged Iron Lance that he has right now. I'll swap that out for the Killing Edge for the time being. Killing Edges, or anything with the word killer or killing in the title, has a very good chance of landing a critical hit. As you can see, crit is 30, so it gives you a pretty good chance to get critical hits, which can work for or against you. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy that men's staff. I might as well. The upside to the upcoming chapter is after this chapter is over, you get a ton of experience, because it's actually a 2-part stage. It's kind of weird, but it is a 2-part stage, so that will come in handy for something. Renewal restores 10% of total HP each turn, so in this case 4, and then once it gets to 50 it will be 5. I might as well stick it on Valug. There's nothing really else I'd put on him right now, so might as well. In the meantime, might as well sell those. I am thinking of what to do with those items, like the stat boosting stuff. I am thinking about what I should do with it. Really, if I was going to use the Seraph Robe, the only person it would really make sense to put on is Micaiah. Maybe Laura, but... Again, they only cap out at 30 for HP in Class 1, so they'd only be getting 3 or 1 instead of the full 7. The Draco Shield could probably go on anybody other than Aaron, really. Aaron's the only person it doesn't really make sense to put it on. No, I think I'm gonna hang off on that for now. Well... Yeah, I think I'm gonna hang off on that for now. I usually tend to try to use all the stat boosting items at, like, the tail end of the game. So, like, any of the really important units that you have to have, if they're not capped and everything, you can just, you know, give them the stuff they need that way. And there's only, like, 3 Draco Shields in the game. They're really uncommon. So, here we go. I was really hoping for some support in getting one of those 3 characters. Any of them would have been nice. Jill would have been my preference, but, you know, anything would have worked. Alright. Tornado does have to be taken to the level, but again, we'll just not use him. Gosh, this is... I remember this first part kind of being a pain last time I played it. To quote Lulu from Final Fantasy X, how shall we do this? I'm thinking we're gonna go with an oldie but a goodie. And we shall construct the wall. I know you're supposed to build bridges, not walls, but in this case I think the wall is probably the best option. So that's what we'll do. This is gonna be a death march for... I'm just thinking of a later point in the game, I'm like, how am I gonna do this with just basically 3 attackers that can actually, you know, take more than 1 hit? It's gonna be a nightmare. Come on, strength and defense. Alright, strength and HP, I'll take that. Yeah, there's a lot of obnoxious reinforcements like those Pegasus Knights. I'm gonna have to watch that. Clear on that. Those Pegasus Knights, as you can probably guess, like anything that can fly can just fly right over the rock faces. As long as it can't actually land on the rock faces, I'm probably dead here. Wow, actually survived. They can't land on the rock faces, but they can fly over it, so they don't have to take like this really long path, so you can do some pretty crazy stuff with them. Alright, so Archer Boy's gonna have to go next round. Yeah, these Pegasus Knights are going to cause a gigantic problem. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Alright, we'll move you here. What about you? Ish. We're okay-ish on that. It's going to take a little bit of finagling here. I need to give her vulnerary as well. Micaiah, that is. Yeah, take your time beating these sword knights down. I don't want too many people being able to just... That's kind of the downside to killing enemies too fast, is like, you've got these two sword knights that are in the way now, and they're kind of blocking their allies, so they can't attack anybody else unless they attack from a range. But if I killed them both, then the other third guy could have moved forward and attacked me again, so sometimes getting a critical can work in a disadvantage in that way. Speaking of disadvantages, here are the Pegasus Knights, again. Alright, time for an about face. Pegasus Knights typically have good resistance. Why are you getting to double attack that guy? Speed 13, speed 13. Why are you getting to double that guy? That doesn't make sense. Okay then, though. I'll take it. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. I'm gonna call it and say that Micaiah, if she gets attacked, she has a chance to survive at full health. Laura would be dead at full health or half, and it won't really matter. So I should put Edward on this side, because he can't deal with the Lance guys very well. That archer's gonna be a pain, I can already tell. Yep, he can still hit her, which means she's probably dead anyway. But we'll find out. As a forewarning, because obviously that guy's going to get moved last, if I lose a unit, I am going to reset, since this is kind of a difficult run, because I'm set to such limited characters. If I was playing the game normally, if somebody died, then it would be like, unless they're required to stay alive, I'm just going to let them die. But since we don't have a lot of options for people to keep alive, if somebody dies, like this, then I am going to reset. So yeah, I might actually just hang out completely at the start, not move forward at all, if that's going to be the case. I think there's like one Pegasus Knight at the top, one on the far left, and then the 3 knights without the archer. On easy mode, I didn't remember the other reinforcements being there, because normally I play this on easy, because again, this game's plenty difficult on easy at times. Oh, I missed Leonardo, whoops. Alright. They might actually try to attack Tornado first, just because he has no weapon right now. Not that they'll do any damage, mind you, but still. Yep, sure enough. Oh, 4, whoop-de-doo. I'm actually gonna do something here real quick. I'm gonna get rid of this archer. Because now I know the archers are gonna be the problem. I'm just gonna try to... Well, that might not actually work that well either. No, not that. That. It's gonna take some weird finagling to make sure Laura doesn't get hit by a ranged attack. If she gets hit by a mage, she's fine, because the resistance is way higher than her defense. That might work, maybe. That's a very big maybe. The big thing is going to be... Well, not you. I don't care about that guy that much. It'll be that one. Oh, he didn't go for Micaiah. Okay. Not what I thought was going to happen, but okay. Yep, now those are back. Yeah, I'd feel more comfortable with that guy getting taken out. The axe users are more liable to miss, so... Actually, I'm probably fine on that front. Maybe I should just go for this guy. Yeah. So the reason Valug isn't, like, losing part of the gauge or untransforming, by the way, is because he's half-shifted right now. I think he's the only one that can do that without... because he's got a skill on him for it. Yeah. Cuts experience points gained in half, but allows the unit to transform at any time. So that's why he's not losing transform gauge. I don't think the Pegasus Knight on the bottom can reach Micaiah from here. I don't think he can, but I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm not. That'll be nice. So we're about to get assaulted by a ton of these guys. Well, he just walked into a death march. That was nice of him to do that. Okay, so they do have throwing weapons, or at least that one does. I may just have to let him pickle and sew for a little while, though. I may not have any other options. Because there's too many of them. Quite literally too many of them. Alright, I'm thinking that guy needs to go. Like, really all the ranged players need to go. Particularly him. Again, the mage I'm not as concerned with. Hope that was the right move. That guarded, like, the two weak players from any non-ranged attacks, and I think the only one is the javelin and the mage, and I'm not worried about the mage, so... If I survive this round, the next order of business is to kill all the Pegasus Knights. I can deal with the armored units. They're not that bad. They've never been a big issue in Fire Emblem, ever. I think the only time they've ever been an issue is, like, if you have to clear a stage within a certain amount of tries. Yikes. Within a certain amount of turns, and then there's just, like, a bunch of them guarding the area, and you don't have any magic-based stuff to take them out quickly. Normally, though, unless it's a boss, it's not that big a deal. And in Radiant Dawn, it's never a big deal. Like, in the old days, the Knights were kind of a pain, because sometimes the bosses would get really good stats, and so even the mages had a hard time really doing damage, but they also didn't give them ranged weapons that often, so the mages could just slowly pick them off. Okay, so Pegasus Knights are gonna have to go. So let's start here. That'll work. Even better with cancel. The one with the range definitely needs to go. And I think I'll be okay with leaving that last one alive for one more round, because again, they have no range, so they can't get to the characters they want to get to, which means they'll probably go for him. I think I might have gotten out of that situation. Maybe. Yeah, I think I got out of it, actually. Oh good, more of those. That's what I wanted to see. Alright, bring on the next round of the Pegasus Knights. Fetch me the Peg Knights. Oh good, you have a ranged weapon. That's what I wanted. I think they both have, yeah, they both have ranged weapons. You can kind of tell by the way that enemies hold weapons, or the players hold weapons, if they have, like a throwing weapon or not, and yeah, sure enough, those guys do. Okay, that was good. And I think I'm not gonna move for this round. I think I'll let that guy come to me. Okay, so now that all of that's been taken care of, it's pretty much just a small group of them left. I hope no other reinforcements appear. I think there might be some on like turn 12. If I was smart, I would look up a guide on that. But it would kind of take away some of the suspense. I'm gonna battle save though. For anybody that's played this, or for anybody who's not played this game before, battle saving's a little bit different in this game than how it used to be. It basically used to act like a quick save does in modern games, of where you could save your progress, but then once you loaded up from that save got deleted. And so you couldn't just spam it to high heaven. In this game you can. You could just use it every turn, and then it's like, oh, I want to start back up on turn 5. If you don't save, or if you lost again, it would still let you just pick up from that save over and over. So it's pretty much just a mid-save rather than a quick save. I think I'm just gonna let everybody kind of have time to catch up here in terms of moving my units around. Alright, if you're gonna tell me that no one's shown up, then that's fine. Of course, some reinforcements are also activated by getting to like certain points on the map rather than turns, so it's possible that I might have stepped too far forward and it might summon units, who knows? Yeah, I can't even give that hammer to anybody. That's an axe-based weapon, so it's not going to do much good here. Just gonna take this really slowly, for fear of more Pegasus Knights respawning. Alright, how far can this guy move? That might work then. Throw him out with Aaron again, due to high defense and weapon triangle advantage. He should be okay. And pick him off. If you play any like classic, like old school Fire Emblem games, this is almost what's expected of you when playing on normal. Where, you know, you don't have the translation error. Like, there are times where it's just the game is incredibly hard no matter what difficulty you play it on, and so you basically have to kind of pick enemies off like this, just lure them in with somebody that's very good defensively or resistance-wise, depending on what type of unit they are. Or maybe they're good at dodging, really any of those three. And then once they're lured in, just take them out with whoever else. Or with that unit sometimes, but typically it's going to be with somebody else. That's kind of why you have the difference between, like, magic and resistance kind of go hand in hand, and attack and defense can go hand in hand, but typically you're not going to find somebody who's, like, really good with magic offense, and then both types of defense, or physical offense and both types of defense. It just doesn't happen very often. There's a thing down here, but I can never find it. I think it's like an arm scroll or something. I think I found it like maybe 2 times ever, and then I've yet to find it again. But that guy's gone, so that's the important thing. Oh, there it is, an arm scroll. Nice. Now, in most Fire Emblem games, you can't tell... You can tell what your weapon level is, but you can't tell how close you are to getting the level up. In this game, you actually can tell. There's a bar that you can see right there, that green bar that goes across, so... Yeah, so Aaron and Makai are the two that are not at their full potential yet, but... I would wait until, like, one of them just got a weapon level up and then just do it again, is what I would normally do. Or I could save it for a later point when somebody class changes and gets a new type of thing that they can use. Likely what it will end up being used for is I'll probably wait for Makai to get her class change, and then she can start using healing stabs. And because her magic stat's very high, she does very well in that regard. So I get bombarded no matter what I do here. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, well if that's the case... That means we don't get a lot of options, boys. So... This is just gonna send all 4 of them at me, likely. Oh good, they brought reinforcements. Wonderful. That's what I was hoping to see. He lied. I'm gonna battle save now before things really get into a bad spot. I'm gonna get attacked by a lot of units next round. I'm probably gonna have to wall off in a section. That's gonna be likely what I have to do here. Especially since 2 of these guys have throwing weapons. In fact, what I could do, what I probably should do... Yeah, I think I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna send these 2 back as far as the game will let me send them back to. And just try to knock out the Pegasus Knights with range. Or that have range, I should say. Edward's definitely gonna have to do some dodging here, because every single one of these units, except for this guy, has a lance. I don't know if I can actually get him to go anywhere, really. There's just nowhere I could have moved him to take out a Pegasus Knight. I don't need that right now. I can give it to Aaron after this fight's over. That healer hasn't moved, but I have a feeling if somebody gets put at low health that he can save, he probably will save them. So now I gotta pray Edward doesn't get hit too many times. The other 2 I'm not worried about. Nope, we're alright. I figured all 3 of them were going to go straight for him. That guy with the javelin probably will. Yeah. Weapon triangle and he couldn't counterattack, so makes sense they would go for him. I guess I haven't done it much. I might, in a second here, show off some of the animations, because the animations do genuinely look really cool. It's just they make the game take a really long time. These have definitely aged way better than the prequel to this game. The Path of Radiance animations look incredibly bad. And these aren't like, you know, 2018 perfect graphics or anything, but all things considered, this is a game from, let's see... It's a game from 2007, February 22nd, 2007, so all things considered, they look pretty good for 2007 graphics. Let's show something a little bit more fun, see if I can pull off a critical here. No? Alright. Woohoo, magic and luck. Probably the two least useful stats for any non-magic user. Luck, by and large, is just really... Oh wait, it's like, it's nice to have it at a decent level, but it's not something you ever need to have it be especially high. It basically just activates, like, it's some weird things like if you can find an item in the ground or not, but mostly it's things like it can slightly increase your chance of getting a critical and decrease the chance of the enemy getting a critical compared to yours. Like, really very minuscule stuff like that. Luck's always been the one stat in RPGs that kind of just, you know, changes depending on... Also 1% critical there, that was pretty cool. It kind of just changes depending on the RPG itself. So that's part one of Raise the Standard. And then just throws you straight into here. Thankfully they do let you mess around with your items and whatnot, so if there's stuff you want to put away, you can. Stuff you need to trade over, you can. For me, the only thing I think I really need to do is take that. The game is really tempting me to switch him to Swordmaster, like, right now. Because he's almost there. He's going to lose one level, but that's not too bad. Vakaya, Seth, Velug, or Tornado dies. Like, I'm seriously considering just straight up switching him to Swordmaster now. His HP is as high as it can go right now. His skill and speed are both as high as they can go. And really, that's like the big things from Ramadan. The strength would be nice, but it's no guarantee. Nor is any of the other stats that are not max. The only other one I'd really care about him increasing aside from strength is defense. But I think it's going to be worth the sacrifice of one level, honestly. I'll go ahead and let this play out. I'll mute my mic real quick while I take a drink. Alright, hopefully that'll be enough to keep him in a little bit better of a spot. So yeah, now he can go up to SS rank in Sword, so it's no longer green like it was a second ago. Now, the problem is, what am I going to do with 5 units, excuse me. Probably just hold directly to the right. Or the left, excuse me. I'll start on the left and I'll go to the right. Because I know what's going to happen. These guys over here, this little group of horseback units, these guys are going to defect. And they're going to try to join our side, so you have to clear the road for them to get through. Because their stats are not very good, to put it mildly. Show the animation now that it's changed a little bit. So does he get anything else? Yeah, he gets critical plus 10, but I think he already had that anyway. It goes up to 20 when he gets to his final set, which is True Blade. That Ballista's definitely gonna have to go. Keeping that alive would be a very bad idea. I'm gonna leave these two down here for now. I hate fighting in open fields like this. It always feels like you can't really play defensively very well without just... Like, if you want to play defensively, you basically just have to form the wall, and there's not really anything else you can do. Yep, they're forcing you to sacrifice this boy because you suck. You're literally one turn in and you're already like, we're screwed, we need to do this. So yeah, they play the classic, yeah, we'll throw down our weapons. Okay, cool, we'll kill them anyway. And then these guys defect. Because they're going to pull a Twisted Sister and they're not going to take it. Understandably so, and so now they're going to start getting attacked instead. The only one that has to survive is Fiona, the one in the light blue armor. Thank you for dodging that. I appreciate it. You get more experience for, like, more of them surviving, though, obviously. Which is why I'm going to go start sending Volud to clear out that area over there in the top right. Edward will be on the left with Aaron, making sure that they don't get past this bridge. You can go through the water, albeit incredibly slowly, but some units can't go through it at all, so... Yeah, at this point, they're just going to run as best they can, but they don't actually attack anybody. Maybe the ones carrying the... or maybe the ones not carrying the prisoners will, or whatever you want to call them. The problem is you take penalties for rescuing, because, you know, you've got, like, another person to manage on your horse. So you do take penalties in skill and speed. It cuts it in half, if you choose to do that. Alright, so that'll be that next turn. That guy needs to go away. Thanks for the red gem, I guess. Not quite sure why you had that on you, but whatever. That's just like an item you can sell for money. That's literally its only purpose. Let's get that guy out of here. Alright. Time for the Murano Knights to start getting utterly and completely massacred. Oh good, you have a ranged weapon. Yeah, that's what I wanted to block off that area. Oh good, that guy's just gonna run away. Yeah, they can heal, but usually they don't stay alive long enough for that to actually happen. No, you should have gone for the swordsman, you fool. I can get that guy out. He's not a problem. I'm gonna try something kind of weird here, but it might work. Yeah, this actually might work really well, because that's the only guy with the ranged weapon. It's gonna be a bit odd, but if it works, then I don't really care. These are lances mostly. Alright, well, let's just try to do this then. Cool, that works. And that kind of mostly cuts them off from Micaiah. That one guy will be able to get over there, but that's it. So a bit strange, but it did what it needed to. And there goes a Murata Knight. Oh well. There's Lady. She was shot. Pretty much if somebody falls off, like if the knight that is holding somebody dies, if whoever they're carrying, if they get attacked, they're dead. Like, without question, they will die. If they somehow don't get attacked, they, like, run out of moves up there, which almost never happens, but I guess it could. If that does happen, if there's another Murata Knight that's not carrying somebody, they'll go and pick them up. Otherwise, you've got a really strange version of Left 4 Dead 3 on your hands, and that NPC is probably in some deep doo-doo. Poke. Nope, Fiona's dead. Let me guess, that's a game over, isn't it? Yep, sure is. Yay! I'm glad you have to keep that character alive. She's so integral to the plot later on in the story. She's not. I guess we could try that. And we'll just skip that this time. Alright, let's try going right this time and see what happens. This is probably a very bad idea, but I'm going to try it anyway. Oh right, I forgot to turn those animations off. I guess I could show what the combat looks like with the animations completely off and why it's so much faster. It literally just flashes the numbers back and forth. It's great. Yep. That's gonna happen. So I'm probably gonna have to send Aaron and Valug this time. I can't send all three because somebody's got to block off Micaiah from getting hit too many times in a row. Really, killing that guy might have been enough to get them past where I need them to, actually. Now, as long as Aaron or Edward doesn't die, then we should be alright. If you're playing this on easy, though, if they get across that bridge that Valug's on right there, at that point, they're pretty much safe. There's really nothing that they can do at that point to attack you, because you can wall off that section so easily on the left in easy mode if you're playing with everybody. Instead of 5 units. Please get down here. No, don't just sit there and heal. Dummy. Oh, for crying out loud, don't worry about that swordsman. Like, really, just get out of there. What are you doing? Alright, let's try that. Yeah, the Myrmidon's gonna come and kill that NPC down there. I'm sensing some hostility towards Valug. Yep, there goes Lady. Please get down here. Thank you. I know there's some enemies here, but it's not near as bad as what's going on up there. Well, 3 of you were smart enough to leave, so I guess that's something. Alright, Alright, at this point, let's just get this little bottom area cleared out so the Marauder Knights will actually survive. Now we need to put somebody here or here to stop all these guys from coming down here too fast and just destroying everybody. And that will likely be Aaron, because I want to get him class changed to his second form relatively soon. Which I can always do that with the bonus experience if I really want to by the end of the stage, but the better play would be to just do that through actual fighting experience. Alright, will these last two guys get down here? Yes, they will, thankfully. Alright, so what's the victory condition? Is it actually route? Defeat boss. Alright, that's basically the same thing. So they're all going to go about here. They won't actually leave the map, but they'll at least get out of the way. Nice. Yeah, I know they're going to be coming next round. I'll send one of the mage units to go and heal / attack as needed. Alright, that was a good level. Alright, I'm all set to deal with these guys, I hope. Or he could not attack me? What? Okay. I really wish they'd kind of just leave the map so I wouldn't have to deal with worrying about if they're going to survive or not. Maybe I am better off. Yeah, I think I'm going to send Micaiah this way. She has Thawny, so she can help do some actual attack thing. I think Aaron will be fine by himself as long as he can keep up a decent defense. Oh, that's why you have a bow. Okay. I appreciate the free level. That was very nice of you to give that to me. That might have actually killed me, though. Yeah, because of that guy. Yep, sure enough. Yay! Did I actually battle save at any point in that? I think I did, but I could be wrong. Nope, didn't at all. Cool. Alright, let's try the third option that I had. No, don't do that. Which is hang a right, but kind of like slink up the side of the wall as this goes on, so then I can kind of just stay on this bridge area. Of course, the problem is the Marauder Knights might screw that up. Let's make use of our useless friends, I guess, and we'll do this. There, now they can't do anything. No, I remembered from last time. There we go. Go, Murado Knights. Run to your freedom. Even though you're probably not going to make it very far. So maybe Edward is the right choice to send up rather than Aaron. Just because he'll be able to dodge a little bit better. This mage just ripped right through him like he was nothing. Alright, Murado Knights, time to not do anything stupid. One hopes. Yeah, I'd say that qualifies as doing something stupid. Alright, he's dead. Get across the bridge. Oh no, not the Bow Knights. Anybody but the Bow Knights. They're so valuable and strong. Oh no. No, Bow Knights are terrible in this game. There was one in Path of Radiance that was really good if you trained her up, but in this game she is unfortunately garbage. I have no clue why she went from so good to so bad, but that's what happened, which is weird because most of the units that were bad in that game were pretty good here, but that doesn't really happen in reverse that many times. I can think of like maybe 2 other units where that happens, where that they were really good in the previous game and here not so much. Well, I guess that's not true. I can think of a third one. But that's just because the Lagoos in general aren't as powerful in this game as they were in Path of Radiance. Well, that one's dead. Rip, Grandpa. Press F to pay respects. I mean, really, it's just the actual person on the horse that gets killed, not the horse itself. Who's to say he couldn't grab the reins and just ride off by himself? If you hide in the grass, you little weasel. Get out of here. Yeah, that wasn't a very smart idea. Oh good, here come more horseback units. Hope you liked fighting those. First it was the Peg Knights, now it's the horseback units. Which I usually end up calling them Cavaliers. It's weird because they're called Knights in some games, but Knights are also like the armored units. It's really bizarre. I'm just gonna switch, move him out, heal him. He's getting a bit too close for comfort on HP, so we'll just do this. If those reinforcements hadn't appeared, I'd almost say just hang back there and wait, but... Okay, good, he missed. That was really the only person I was worried about that round. Please don't send any more reinforcements. Thank you. should have battle saved there, but oh well. Not because I was in a bad spot, but because I was in a good spot, and that would have been a good spot to start from if I'd lost. Alright. Just a big group of them in front of the left, and then that group up there. Means I'm free to do this. Sure, why not? Might as well get some experience out of the deal. At this point, we're just sitting and waiting. They're just gonna keep attacking Tornado and running away. I wish I had another wind edge on me, so I could just put Edward and Aaron out there with ranged weapons so they'd have to attack somebody that can counterattack. So now I basically have two options. I can try to go after the boss with Valug and Edward, or I can try to clear out this group of enemies down here, and I'd rather try to do that. Because again, it's experience. As long as the boss can't get over here, I should be alright. Try that and see if some of them can't run as far away because they're really far back now. So basically their trick is, for any unit that's on any kind of mount, horse, dragon, whatever it is like, say they can move 9 tiles, their ability, which is Kanto, is like if they moved 4 tiles in attack, then they can move up to the remaining tiles they had left, so 5. But if they use all 9 tiles to move up and attack, then they can't use that ability because they've already used up all their tiles for that turn. Or like that guy, he couldn't move because he probably could have moved like 3 tiles, but there was no tile he could have moved to that wasn't already occupied. Alright, so that got a few of them. I'm just gonna go ahead and start attacking him, I guess. Yeah, if they all do the same thing, I could probably get out 2 or 3 of them next round. Why are you going towards me? Go heal the dude you... Alright, whatever. Move one more. I think he can move one farther than that. No, I guess he can't. Alright. Yeah, they're just gonna go back to doing what they were doing earlier. How many tiles does Makai get for movement? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she can't go any farther than that. Alright, well I might as well just kill this one then. I was gonna try to get the guy at full health, but I can't reach him, so... Alright, that's all the idiots that were there. Let's see if I can lure this guy out again. Now the thing I gotta worry about is this, the ballista. Alright, so the trick in this case of getting the ballista to waste all his ammo is we're going to send our highest defense person, which would normally be Tornado, but I've already been kind of pushing the limits of how much I should use a person that is not allowed to be used. Normally you'd send Tornado there and the ballista would do no damage, but in this case we'll pick Aaron because he's got high defense as well. And then just let the ballista shoot at him. Yep, no damage. And it'll just keep doing that till it wastes all its shots. It'll show you how many it's got right there. Can't really do anything else with Edward right now on that side. Otherwise he's just going to get attacked by everybody all at once. Because the boss does move here. One shot left, go and use it. Good job, good use of a ballista there. And of course now it's gotten relegated to pretty much minuscule for anything worthwhile. I think that's going to be the best guy to try to lure. But I'm going to go ahead and save again. So if I do this wrong, it's going to be a very quick way to show one of my characters a way to the graveyard. I have a feeling he might be fire-based. That'll work. Boss isn't close enough to attack, and he's really the biggest issue at this point. Everybody else coming down here? Yep, you are. At this point, I think I'm going to try to lure him out a little bit more. Stupid, yes, but it does get experience, so there's worse strategies that could be employed. I could probably lure that guy out. Maybe. No, he's not gonna bite. Alright. I think aside from that mage, and the archer will probably replace his spot if the mage gets killed. There's not anybody that I can move towards that the boss won't immediately come try to get me. So that being said, let's go ahead and do it. Oh, he actually couldn't reach me this turn. Alright. The other guy's got in the way, because he probably has, yep, ranged. Well, we can kill him with Micaiah, so that's not a big deal. Yeah, I think I'd rather guarantee the hits. Or the one hit, that works too. Shut up, shut up, shut up! And he's gone. Gotta love that boss-destroying spell. And you got a Paragon, which is a skill that doubles your experience gained, which is quite nice. You're welcome for being saved, boy. I'm pretty sure that kid didn't die, well, no, he couldn't have died, because that was the one that Fiona saved, so you would have always gotten that cutscene. Bryce, Tornado, Gawain, and Lavenga. That wasn't how the song goes, but sure. Those weren't the four Riders of Dan. Maybe they were after the war. Well, no, they couldn't have been after the war, because Bryce got killed in the war. Maybe these are the old school ones. Who knows? Because the four Riders of Dan that you fight are Bryce. You fight him in the final chapter. The Black Knight, Patrine, and Bertrand, I think, is the name of the last one. He's not very significant to the story in Path of Radiance. Yeah, so these were the ones of old before the Black Knight and all that. Gotcha. So yeah, some for prisoner survived, some for friendly army fought, some for Murado army survived. And also very high clear bonus because it is a 2-stage fight, which doesn't come up anywhere else in part 1, thankfully. So now we're done with that stage, and we move on to A Gathering Hope. So here's some companions. We're ignoring that. Here's Peleus giving you a Brave Sword, which is a very good weapon. You have to be very careful with the Brave weapons, though. Oops, I didn't want to do that. There we go. You just... Yeah, okay, you got up to A. Never mind, I thought that was B for him, but I was wrong. Oh, right, duh, Fiona. Should probably check and see if I can use her or not. I would like to have another unit, but if it comes up heads, I'm kind of okay with that as well. Alright, fine. Excuse me, I was not done typing in there. Yeesh. There we go. So, the real problem with Fiona is if you take a look at her stats, like, she would have been a really great unit to have a couple chapters prior to this, and getting her level ups is kind of hard to do at this point. Because she's got really good skills. Imbue restores HP equal to her magic power, which is 6. And she's also got Savior, which means that she didn't take any penalties for holding, like, for carrying the kid around. Those are both good skills to have, and Kanto's nice as well. It's just... you get her a little bit too late. If she'd been a couple chapters earlier or a couple levels higher, then she could have been pretty decent, but such is not the case. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Because you can use bonus experience to do a class change, and it actually won't give you, like, only 3 stats. It's the only time you can do that, is when they're at level 20 and your class changing them. So we'll go ahead and get him to Halberdier. I'm tempted to get her class change. I don't know if I have another Master Seal, though. I don't think I do. No, I don't. Oh, no, not sell items. A Secret Book could come in handy. I'm definitely taking this, though. Longbow. The longbows, while good in actual history in this game, are absolute garbage. Do not ever use them. Secret Book would be nice, but I can live without it. Arm Scroll, again, nice, but I can live without it. Might actually give the XP to Laura. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could also hold on. I could just not use it. It'll stay if you don't use it. And that might not be a bad idea either. And part of me, most of me is actually leaning towards that. Most of me is saying don't use it. I'm legit leaning towards don't use it. Wow. I'll do that, and then that's it. I'm not going to do any more for that. I had to start removing some of these skills off of characters I'm not going to use. So Hark has Adept, which can sometimes give you 2 attacks in 1 round. Fortune will block critical hits. It's good, but not for the price you have to put on for somebody. Resolve is pretty nice, can raise strength, speed, and skill by 1.5 times the amount when unit has a certain amount of HP left, less than 20%. And I'm kind of leaning towards Resolve on Aaron, actually. Well, he's not going to activate it as much, though, that's the thing. Because he's not going to be taking that much damage. But Adept is something that activates when you're attacking, and Edward has higher skill and a higher skill cap, so he would activate Adept more often. So really, both of these skills are better suited for Edward, but I can only put one on there. I mean, I could always just change these things around later. In Path of Radiance, you actually can't remove a skill. If you do, it gets deleted, and you can't give it to somebody else. So, it's a bit of an unfortunate thing. This game, though, you can shift them around if you want. I'm gonna go with my gut instinct and say Resolve. I know that'll increase his speed so he double attacks, but it'll also make it to where he'll dodge a lot more easily if he gets put in that situation. Which means you're getting Adept. And I guess I could give him Savior, too. Really, that's probably not going to come into play at all, but you never know. On the off chance I need this, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. I don't think I will, but there's a small chance I might need that spell. So if I need it, then I've got it. I shouldn't, though. And I'm gonna take a quick intermission while I use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. We're gonna change some of those intermission gifts. They look quite nice now. Alright, let's see here. Sorry about that. It was acting like my Wii remote was running low on battery, but then I like checked it there and it was fine. So, but it did like the thing where the light kind of dulls for a second there. That was really weird. And I think for the time being, we actually are going to end it off here. I did want to go for a bit longer, but I'm kind of running out of energy, which is weird, because, well, I guess I did get up at 3 in the morning, mind you, not the afternoon, so it has been like 14 hours. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and end it off here. Plus, we're getting kind of close-ish to the holidays, and I've got a stream tomorrow, so I might as well make sure that I'm rested up for that. So, let's find ourselves a raid target. I doubt anybody else is playing this game right now, but you never know. That is not how you spell Radiant Dawn. Oh, well... Well, they're playing, like, endgame. Well, if the advertisement would get out of the way, then I can actually figure out, you know... Oh no, that was a past stream. Nobody else is actually doing it live. By any miracle, is somebody doing Path of Radiance? One person is, and they're at the final credits scene, so never mind, and it's also in German. I doubt Brutal Moose is doing anything right now, but he might be. No, he's not. Oh well. Everybody else is playing either the mobile game or the Warriors game, and I don't really know if I support either of those. I guess we would just go with somebody that I'm already used to hosting. And he is playing Bloodborne, which is a very nice game. So let's go ahead and raid him, shall we? If I can get out of this directory. Whoop, nope, that was too far. There we go. Don't think the game, or the site, appreciated me typing that in so fast. That didn't even show up in the doodad. There you go. Frickin' thing. I don't know why it wasn't cooperating there, but it really did not want to... did not want to do that.
Ah, shit. Shit. It's frickin' screaming bitches, man. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh yeah!
Ultraviolet, what's going on with that raid? How you doing? I just fired it up. Nice to meet you. I'm Thordy. I'm way addicted to the Souls series. I started exactly like 2 months ago. I think it's like it's like a day short of 2 months. I started Dark Souls 3. Been obsessed with that, and then I got Bloodborne, obsessed with this. Tried Dark Souls 2. Not sure how I feel, but I'm gonna give it another chance. And I haven't played Remastered yet. We're getting there. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Hey, Jack, can I get a shout out here for Delta Violet dropping in with that raid? Where is... shit, where's the... I forget... oh, that's right, you dropped down here. I totally forgot what this run back is. I'm gonna die to this boss like so many times before I figure out how to freaking kill it. I think this boss wins for the worst run back, like, ever. Playing Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawn. I have never played that. Can't say anything about it. Is that the game that dudes from Smash Bros are in? Is that Fire Emblem? Am I what was that dude's name? Oh, there were two of them. You see, just got doing a few chapters of Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawn, randomized. It's quite fun, but tough. It was one of those like really hard as hell games to play because now you have my attention. All right, pause the music. Here we go. Ike Martha. Okay, yeah. So that is the game. That's the reference. Okay, got it. All right, here we go. I'm going for. I haven't killed this dude yet. He's like, I guess the toughest boss in the base game. I don't remember what my strategy was or how I was doing or when I was doing this. Oof. Didn't like you being on top of him like that. I'm probably gonna burn through my freaking vials like so fast doing this. That one caught me. Okay, so they have like a cone. Oh no, I don't want to reawaken. Gotta get used to the right button for